This is spot, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. In the beginning, I enjoyed doing it because, again, I'm like this in real life. There was a point in time where I was like, oh, I'm tired of it. But for my first feature SAG film, I was more relieved because I was like, okay, this is like a character type I could do strongly. However, right, I wanted to do that added layer of knowing that the audience would anchor on to this Pinky character for like that source of like, how are we feeling right now? And making sure they know like, oh, this character is freaking out, so maybe this is the moment where we freak out. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love this question so much. So I'm in the middle of my PhD program in physics. This movie, the filming timeline happened during winter break, which was absolutely perfect. I think I had missed the first week of school, but it was syllabus week. I think I had missed one seminar, but I'm in a good spot where like I'm like way ahead in my experimental data. So I was like, goodbye, professor. I'll be right back. Going to Florida to film something. Yeah. Ooh, okay.
A
So
little loaded, perhaps.
well, one, it's a horror film. I love horror films. Two, I like to consider this as almost like a cult horror or like just scratching the surface of cult horror. But when you think of cult horrors, you think of like satanic, demonic, Christian cult, and I say this as a Catholic myself. But we've never heard of like a Hinduism or like an Indian cult horror that's contemporary. So the idea is unique in and of itself. So that's what I think. So my favorite horror movies. Oh, I just forgive me. Watched The Exorcist for the first time. Beautiful film. Every frame is so beautiful. It's like very revolutionary for its time. Also watched Rosemary's Baby. That one was freaky.
Yeah.
Absolutely freaky. But yeah, watched the first two Saw movies not too long ago. I like the second one better than the first one. But yeah, I had no idea that The Exorcist was filmed in Georgetown in DC, and I just did an internship in DC, and I was like, I walked through there. Like, oh my gosh, I know that canal. Yeah, but yeah, some of my favorites. Honestly, like I'm just ready for whatever the world throws at me. I think I do know that I don't want to be stuck in a lab forever, like collecting data. I do love science. Don't get me wrong, but we also don't have like a Bill Nye for our generation. And I had crossed paths with Bill Nye over the summer because he was making congressional visits. We were also like in the Senate House, and I was like, I wouldn't mind doing that to like continue doing film storytelling, what have you, but also being an advocate for like sciences. Honestly, whatever the world throws my way. Sci-fi films is something I would really love to get into because I can bring authenticity into that character. So yeah, using my PhD to act. Okay. DC. I went to Flavor Hive in Virginia. I still dream of Flavor Hive. It was so good. Where did we go? My cousin lived in Navy Yard, and we went to. There was a bar that was right across from like the Nationals Park. That's like 2 stories. That was a lot of fun. Um, we went to so many places that I just like. I love DC, man. Yeah. I've always been involved in the arts. Did a lot of like skits, mono acts. My mom also does a lot of skits and mono acts. So I grew up watching her, and she was kind of like that source of inspiration. Um, I also knew I wanted to major in physics from like a very young age, but I kept up acting as a hobby, and then this hobby kind of took off. And I've noticed that I really do enjoy having these conversations on set. Like I feel like I'm doing my role as a future scientist by communicating topics of science and making sure like we're not getting misconstrued ideas out there. But I honestly don't have a single answer for that. I would love to be a lecturer or like a non-tenured professor, and then also film during like, I don't know, like one semester just be off, the next semester teach, and have that flexibility. Right. He gave me creative freedom. In fact, he was like a little more, please, and I was like, oh, this isn't too much. Yeah. So once I can't remember where. At one point, he told me to be. It was like the Pinky character. It was kind of towards the beginning, but that's when it had clicked. I was like, oh, okay, this isn't just like some ditzy character that I play normally. This is the Bollywood ditzy character. So, yeah, I really appreciated that he gave me that full liberty to just, take it out of the ballpark. So, yeah. I had submitted proposals about this. Actually, the National Science Foundation, they I don't know if they still have it because of like cuts and all of that, but they have a program where for graduate students where you talk about what you're studying and then also an idea that you might have for the public. And so I had this idea. I essentially pitched a show in a science proposal to do like Guy Fieri show, the diners, dives, and drive-through, but with science labs. Like there, like what goes on behind those doors. I feel like everyone could know, and just like take people through that and like different scientific methods and projects. So, but yeah, I just things like that. My San Antonio was in the path of totality for the eclipse last year, and we had a documentary team film on campus and wanted to partner with our physics department, but only myself and the department chair at the time had experience with like cameras and filming. And so I was like, let me be a production assistant and I can ask questions to like people that are here and help like steer the crew. But yeah, so like things like that. And then also theatrical acting too. Yeah.